Welcome back to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
And I'm Rachel.
And I'm Tyler!
Tyler?
From Bacon and Eggs, a movie lovers podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and now on Spotify.
Tell us about you. Who are you? How did you get on this call?
I am not a member of Perspective Z, but I am a fan of Perspective Z. I'm not a member of Generation Z. I'm a millennial, true blue millennial. I've waged the war on Applebee's. I host a podcast called Bacon and Eggs with my best friend Ethan. We love movies loudly, sometimes really loudly, and that's who I am and what I do.
You love movies, but you never talk about them on your podcast.
We talk about a variety of things on the podcast. Sometimes movies. The idea of Bacon and Eggs, a movie lovers podcast, is it is the conversation that two best friends would have if they left the theater and went to a coffee shop. That is the prompt. Okay, so if it deviates, that's fine, but it starts with the movie.
Okay, that's fair. I hadn't heard that spiel before.
Yeah, so like there's a method to the madness. It's all purposeful. It is not scripted or anything. We don't know where the conversation's going to go. But we think that rather than pulling out like a box of conversation starters for like a millennial dinner party, which is totally a real thing and they totally work, we would just start with 2 hours of consuming other media instead of like 4 seconds of consuming a note card.
So you guys don't have like a document, you set up prompts or anything?
You don't do that?
We have a script. Hasn't one of you been on the show? We have a script.
I've been on a
we
brunch,
have an ad read if we have a
but
guest.
I haven't been on like a whole episode.
So if you've listened to the show, it starts off with like, howdy yokes, welcome back to Bacon and Eggs. I'm Tyler Carlin. Right, and we do like the 90s like voice machine thing. Did you guys ever have a voice machine? Is your voicemail set up on your iPhone, on your Google Pixel 3, whatever you have?
Yeah. Mine is.
Not just set up, like, is it set up with like a voice prompt of your voice? Like, you've reached so-and-so, I'm not available.
I know Rachel's isn't because I tried calling her 5 times last week when she didn't wake up on time, but okay.
Rachel, what if you die and your mom wants to hear your voice again?
We found a recording, like a video recording, so she can see my like 6th grade face.
This is a podcast. She can hear you.
That too. Yes, I forgot about that. I was like, do I have a recording of me anywhere? Like that she would be able to access it?
Maybe a podcast, something like that.
An audio only podcast. But anyway, I found like a flash drive from like 6th or 7th grade with part of a speech that I wrote on it. Like me giving the speech. And there's a part where I literally go, I forgot to put my next line on the cue card. Like, I say it out loud, and then I go, well, and do, like, jazz hands, and walk away.
And then you dabbed and jumped off stage.
No.
That was the thing when you were in 6th and 7th grade, I'm
not.
sure of it.
It was a thing when I was in 7th grade, but not 6th grade.
Yeah, I would have been in 8th grade.
Well, USB drives were not a thing when I was in 7th grade. So.
Old.
USB drives.
So that's about where I'm at. Let's take a look-see. So yeah, no, we have a script. At the beginning of the show, we do like our 90s voicemail thing, and then I have the stats up on the screen, and then I have a tab with Rotten Tomatoes open to read a positive review. I actually have it all up right now from our Lion King episode.
So when you ask him, like, do you have a negative review or whatever, you're like actually curious if he found one. You don't know in advance.
Well, I know he found one. Like, it's part of his job to have found one.
Right, but like...
But I don't know what it says.
Wild.
Why would I know? I need an authentic response.
Here's an authentic response. Hey, Katrina!
Hey, Rachel.
What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is annotating because...
Why?
Here's the thing, okay? I know annotating isn't something that people like to do, but it's my summer homework, which, one, don't like summer homework.
Ew.
And I should have done it earlier, because I have to read, like, 3.5 hours a day, to finish my book. But, I'm reading quiet.
If it makes you feel better, Katrina, I have to work 8 hours a day, regardless of the season.
All right.
Heckin' adults, man.
Anyways, I'm reading Quiet by Susan Cain. Great book. Would recommend. Like, I'm only on, like, the second chapter, but it's a good book. Listen, they're long chapters.
That's fine. Take your time with your chapters. Who's here to judge you?
Rachel.
No,
Yeah, I judge.
in 8th grade, I had Miss Stefan, and we had to do a project where we calculated how long it took us to read a page of To Kill a Mockingbird to give us an idea of like how fast our reading was. And most of the kids in my class were like a page a minute. And then there was like 2 or 3 kids that were like 1.5 pages a minute. One overachiever that was like 2 pages a minute. And I was like right at the back of the pack at 0.7 pages a minute. And that's all I got. That's the whole story. There's no moral here. I never finished To Kill a Mockingbird. I know Boo Radley shows up, but that's all I got.
I love To Kill a Mockingbird. Not like I would love To Kill a Mockingbird. Like, no.
No, yeah,
but
I gotcha.
like I
Yeah,
loved
you like
the book.
Harper Lee.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Katrina, go on. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted you.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
do it all the
You're
time.
fine.
It's fine.
I usually don't like. It depends on the book, honestly, but annotating can be fun, but like since Quiet. So basically, what Quiet is about is the perspective of an introvert in like an extrovert's world, and it's a nonfiction book. So it's a lot of studies about introverts versus extroverts and how they interact in the workplace and in schools and everything. And as somebody that like relates to what's happening in the book, it's really cool to annotate because I've learned to annotate just by like throwing all my ideas on the paper, not really caring what anybody thinks, not trying to make it sophisticated. Like I straight up put mood as one of my annotations.
That's how I annotate too.
What is an annotation?
You're a college
I don't know what this
graduate.
is. I know.
You like make notes in the book.
I've
as
written
you're reading.
research papers. Is this like you put a little number next to the sentence and then you write a note at the bottom? That's annotation to
No,
me.
that's footnotes.
Okay, then what's annotation?
Katrina, do you want to explain it? You're the one actually doing
Sure.
annotations.
Annotations, so here's the thing. Let's see if I can explain it. So basically it's supposed to be a way of you interacting with the text. So when you see something like figurative language, then you point it out and highlight it, and then you write what figurative language it is. And then you, like I did The Help last year as my book that I was reading. And so I marked whenever character development was happening and like described what was happening with the characters developing and everything. And also analyzing what's going on in the story, summarizing difficult passages, just interacting with the text, basically.
So like writing notes on the text, basically.
Yeah, but there's a word for
Okay.
it. I don't know.
Annotating.
One of my teachers called it having a conversation with a book, which I thought was nerdy and I did not like.
Well, reading is for nerds. So.
Thank you.
You are literally a nerd.
I know. That's why I said thank you.
We all are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I'm a grown man in my Spider-Man t-shirt, okay?
I've gotta stop hitting my desk. I hit it too often. And then it like bounces the mic and it's a whole deal.
You need a shock mount. I'm sure there's a shock mount for the Yeti Snowball.
I'm sure there is. Do I know what that is? No.
Oh, you're a college student. You should know these things.
Technically...
Here we go. Let's shame people for not knowing
wait,
things.
No, I am a college student. Dang it! Dang my
I
associate's
know. Got
degree.
you covered. Found it. Maybe. I don't know. I Googled it. Worth the Google. That's all I got. What's next?
Hey, Rachel.
Annotating the book. So you're reading the book.
Hey, Katrina!
What's your favorite thing this week?
Well, my favorite thing this week is science, because I spent Thursday, Friday, and half of today at like a science pre-med, show you a bunch of different medical fields and things you can do with them camp. Super awesome. And I got to take a dog's DNA and like look at it and like play around. It was really fun. Also, I got to play with another dog, so that was great.
Dogs are the best.
We
I'm
love
totally with
dogs.
that.
We
Yeah.
stan a good snuggly Apollo. That was his name.
We stand a good boy. Yeah.
Hey, Rachel, what's your dog's Instagram?
My dog's Instagram is Sky_the_pirate. Sky is SKYE for all of those wondering. She just had her gotcha day. We've had her for a year. It's wild. You're so old. She's not that old. She's a baby.
She's like a year and a few weeks.
She's a year, and how long ago was May?
2 months. Almost
a year
3.
and 2, almost 3 months.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, like a few weeks, whatever.
Yeah, but I just, like, it was really cool opening my eyes up to new fields you can do, like, in the medical area, like, new jobs that I hadn't really considered. So, like, one of the things they talked about a lot, like, one of our focuses was pharmacy, which I always just kind of assumed was, like, the Walgreens pharmacist putting big bottles into little bottles, like, that kind of thing. And it was actually really cool to see all the things you can do. And then they actually let us mix, like, a solution and pump it into, like, an IV bag that they would give to a patient. That being said, the solution we were mixing was, like, this fancy solution, but we were doing a dummy version or, like, a practice version. So we were mixing sugar and water. But the IV bag was real. And all the
there you go.
All the tools and like equipment we used was real. They let us play with needles.
That's terrifying.
They should let everyone play with needles.
Basically. So yeah, that's my favorite thing this week. Tyler.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing this week?
Oh, I have a few favorite things. Could I have more than one? Originally on this document, I had written bread knives because I got a new bread knife this week, and I cut my cold cut sandwich earlier, and it was so satisfying. It was whoosh, done. And my old knife was like, whoosh, and it still was all messy. But this is a new great bread knife. But I prompted on Twitter the other day recommendations for Marvel Comics, and I was given a recommendation to read the Miss Marvel series starting in 2014, 2017? I don't know. But I read it with Kamala Khan, the Islamic Marvel hero who can, like, shape shift and everything. And I'm, like, 9 issues in at this point, and it is excellent. It is very, very good. So that has been my favorite thing this week.
Dope.
So thank you, Foster, for the recommendation.
Speaking of satisfying things of bread knives, I have a question for you, because I was thinking about this as I was scrolling through Snapchat. You know the Snapchat, like, oddly satisfying stories?
I do.
Oh, I do not have Snapchat.
Okay, well, on Snapchat, they have, like, compilations of people doing, like, satisfying things. One of the things that people post is, like, they'll put them reaching into a jar of peanut butter in reverse, so it looks like it's, like, a fresh thing. Why? I don't find that satisfying. It actually bothers me greatly that people think, like, that's not a satisfying act. Breaking into peanut butter is not a satisfying act, and neither is putting it in reverse. It's just, it bothers me.
Why does this bother you? This sounds
know.
extremely satisfying to me.
No, it's literally like it's just reverse, so it's like the peanut butter frosting or whatever goes back into, like, the perfect flat, but it bothers me because I know they just, like, reversed it, and I'm like, it's not right.
Oh, I know. Like, little camera tricks that are supposed to be sort of interesting and end up just bothering me drive me insane.
And that's exactly what it is for me.
Yeah, like, I get driven crazy by satisfying time lapses. It's just not satisfying. These hands are moving too fast, and I'm frustrated by this more than anything else.
I always just skip past that. Or, like, people that are just, like, crunching a leaf and letting it fall. I'm like, that's not satisfying to me.
Finding the right leaf on the first day of fall, that's a satisfying experience.
See, it's
not
satisfying.
crunching it with your... If you crunch it with your hand, that's different. But if you, like, step on it, then that's more satisfying to me because then you, like, you feel more powerful. I don't know.
Right, and it's like, watching someone crunch a leaf is not the same as, like, going out and finding that first crunchy leaf. Like, I will agree, that is super satisfying. But, like, I don't care if you find a dead leaf on Snapchat.
I'm going to ship you some dead leaves.
Please don't.
Just a bag of leaves. Enjoy.
I mean, I have a box right here that I need to send to you guys, and it's literally, like, I wrote a note in it, and it was like, I probably packed this months before I sent it.
That's okay. Are you sending it to me, my child, Ethan, whom?
Your wives, actually. Or, well, wife and girlfriend.
Right. I don't have a wife and girlfriend. I have a
Right.
wife.
Ethan has a girlfriend.
Clarifying that.
Yeah, it's to them. It's those socks that I bought forever ago that were bacon and eggs. That I just keep forgetting.
Oh, I love bacon and egg socks.
Yeah,
I just threw some in the hamper, literally like just now. And this is the room with the hamper. They're right over there.
That's why you pointed.
Yep.
But Katrina, our audience doesn't know that because it's an audio-only podcast.
Is it though?
But you described it, so now they do.
Oof.
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah. War of the Worlds, man. People thought we were being invaded by aliens. Get your media history down, Rooch. Come on. We've talked about this.
Hey,
And now
Tyler.
we're invading the aliens.
Yeah, we are. I'm coming for you, Area 51. I'm going to Naruto run my whole way.
From Roanoke all the way to Area 51.
My history with Naruto... Dragon Ball Z was big when Naruto came out, at least on Toonami when I was growing up. And I liked Dragon Ball Z well enough. It was on the day after, like every day after school. And I watched the pilot of Naruto, and I was like, okay, this show seems pretty cool, but if it's about the character wearing orange, I hate it. And then I realized that's Naruto, and I was like, this is the worst thing in the world. And I haven't watched anime since. So, that's that. That's all I've got. That's the whole story.
Okay. Hey,
I
Tyler.
have no idea.
Yes.
What's your favorite song this week?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been listening to the Hamil drops, the Hamilton mixtape. Mm-hmm. Those, and there's a recording of Ben Folds and Regina Spektor singing "Dear Theodosia." I have no idea how old it is because I'm late to the game on Hamilton. But it is absolutely my favorite song this week. It is so good. I like cry every time because I'm like around the corner of having a daughter, and it's just she's gonna blow us all away.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you put that down as your favorite song, and I'm like, I did not need to cry today, okay?
What about you guys? What are your favorite songs this week?
How kind of you to ask. See, that's what we're working on with Katrina. Because a lot of episodes, I ask her favorite song, and then she just, like, I'll go silent waiting for her to ask me, and she'll just look at me and be like, what? What's next? What? And, like...
What is the next part of the podcast?
What do we talk about, you know? And I'm just like... I'll just stare at her until she gets it, and then she'll go, oh, hey, Rachel. So anyway, my favorite song this week is Give Love by Andy Grammer. I don't know if I've done it before or not, but it's a dope song, and I listened to it on my drive home today. What about you, Katrina?
My favorite song this week is Burn the House Down by AJR.
You guys I listened to this show a decent amount. You guys listen to a lot more Andy Grammer and AJR than I knew was out there. I would have told you each of those artists had 3 songs total, period, end of story.
About right. Yeah,
I
no.
mean,
But you've named more than 3 songs on this show.
Yeah, no. They have, like, 3 mainstream, and then you have to actually dig to find other music. It's wild. Oh, no, Katrina!
Wild.
What?
I didn't use a Bastille song!
I know, I wasn't gonna mention it.
Okay, I take that back. My actual favorite song this week. I'm working through saying the Bastille album every week, so I don't have to think of anything. Oh, I forgot. It's been too long since we recorded.
And you actually thought of something. How dare you?
I know. I'm so bad. I'm just so terrible.
You did your job.
I know. Aren't you so ashamed? We'll say my favorite this week is Doom Days, which is also explicit, so cover little ears, please. But yeah, it's number 6 on the track, which means we still have 5 more weeks of this.
Great.
Is the album good?
Yeah, it's so good.
I haven't listened to it.
No, me neither. I should. This is like a Hash Browns thing. I totally should, but I haven't.
Hash Browns? What is that?
Hash Browns, that was like an old segment on bacon and
Yeah.
eggs. Before everything happened with Ethan's father, we would recommend something to each other and then write a blog post about it in the good old days.
Thank you for explaining
Now you
that
get to watch a whole bunch
to
of stuff.
our listeners.
You asked.
Uh-huh.
She asked in the dramatic voice that means explain it for the listeners, because listeners don't know what hash browns is.
Oh, I used to get recommendations from a friend, and then I'd write blog posts about them. We called it Hash Browns. That's Hash Browns.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Katrina, or I guess Tyler, what do you want to talk about next?
Don't we just go down this list?
You can
I
go
like this
anywhere
list.
on this list you would like.
Yeah, any order.
Okay, well, we were just talking about ASMR, or oddly satisfying, or whatever you want to call it. The Twitter trending, there's this headline right here that said, nothing good can come from this nearly there ink drawing, and I do not understand this headline at all. All I'm seeing is a pen that draws in many colors, and I don't see how this dramatic caption
Here's the thing. Did you watch the entire video?
Yeah. She just fills it in. What do you mean nothing good can come of this? It looks like...
Did you watch the one that says loading or the one that says my patience?
I watched all of it. I don't understand what the problem is.
Watch till the end of the my patience one.
It's 41 seconds. That's a long time.
I know, that's why it's called my patience, Tyler.
Oh, it's got music to it too.
Mm-hmm.
They changed Twitter this week. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
I have never logged onto Twitter from my computer though, so I didn't notice.
I love how so many people were like, I couldn't find the tweet button. I'm like, it's right there. It's right there. I mean, I know you can't see where I'm pointing, but it's not like it's hidden. I don't get it.
See, I just used a Chrome extension to get it back.
Oh, the part where right at the end she draws off the page?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how this is such a problem.
Because you want to fill it in and it's supposed to be all, like, nice and everything, and then she just, like, leaves that one blank space.
Yeah, she just yeets it off the page.
Exactly.
Yes, yeet. Are you saying that, like, that doesn't bother you at all?
Who are you talking to?
Tyler.
I think the amount of time that this takes bothers me. And I know the solution is to make it a time lapse, which would just frustrate me.
I think the loading
But, like,
one
look at how straight that last line is.
So, I actually know how to make, like, a straight line without a straight edge or anything. You look at where you want to end, and then... I hit my mic again. Katrina, tell me to stop doing that. But...
Stop it.
Okay, if you look at where you want to draw, you're more likely to draw, like, a straight line to it than if you were to look, like, at your pen. Or pencil or writing utensil.
I'm watching this over and over again. I don't know. I don't think I get the ASMR tingles the way other people
I don't
do.
either.
Like, I've watched ASMR stuff and been like, oh, this is nice. But I don't get the, like, my whole body feeling satisfied by it.
Yeah, no. I just see it and I'm like, oh, that's nice. That gives me a little anxiety relief.
Yeah.
I could meditate to this.
Right? Anyway. So you're not bothered by it. Katrina and I are bothered by it.
No, not at all.
Maybe that's just the millennial in you and the Gen Z in us.
I don't know.
I'm used to disappointing people. No worries.
As in
Like, we felt it when they gave us a participation trophy, right? The boomers chose to give those to us. We didn't ask for them.
We all hate participation trophies.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. It's like, cool, I showed up. I don't know.
Great.
Although that is pretty valuable. I have a grown-up job, and you'd be surprised how hard it is for some of these people I work with to show up.
Speaking of grown-up jobs, you're very much old. Not very much. You're not that much older, but you're older than us, right?
Right. Yep.
What was the first type of phone you had, which is the next Twitter moment?
We just talked about this on an episode of Bacon and Eggs, but let me see if I can find it. LG VX 8550, I want to say.
See, technically my first phone was like a flip phone that I like added minutes to, but that was literally just for like if my mom forgot me at a football game or something. Never used it. My first real phone was 18 on this list, kind of. It was an iPhone 5C. It was green.
iPhone 5C?
Yeah, it was green.
Your first phone was an iPhone?
Yeah.
What?
Katrina, what about you?
My first phone, it wasn't an iPhone because my parents have some, thing against Apple because my mom used to work for Microsoft, and Microsoft used to have phones, and so, my first phone was a Microsoft phone, and it, like, when you're a kid, you want to have, like, games on your phone.
You got games on your phone!
And...
You do?
I do.
I didn't know that was a thing when I was a kid. There were no games on phones.
Wasn't there Snake or something that you could play?
Yeah, I mean, there was Snake, but there wasn't, like... It wasn't, like, game. Like, I couldn't play Angry Birds. Angry Birds was, like, the first game I remember being on, like, phones. That was, like, the first, like, this is a phone game. Not, like, it's also on addictinggames.com. Which I can't know if I'm allowed to, like, recommend people go to that website, but when I was a kid, that was the site.
Oh, yeah. Loved Addicting Games.
Okay, I know that it destroyed some computers while it was at it, so just be careful, folks.
Yeah, that too. Don't click on the ads. Don't click on anything but the game itself. Don't download anything.
Yeah.
Internet safety, my dude.
But anyways.
Yes.
This Windows phone that I had, the Windows Store didn't have as many apps or games on it as, like, they had on the Apple Store because nobody knew that Windows phones existed. And so they were like, this is on Google Play and the App Store. And, so I only had, like, the games that they downloaded onto every possible app store. Which was a lot of, like, Sudoku and Angry Birds and other stuff
Solitaire?
like that. Mm-hmm.
And
the Piano Tiles game. You remember that game?
Yes!
I remember Sudoku, Angry Birds. I remember there was like a Guitar Hero thing, but there's only 3 buttons.
Yeah.
I know that Hot and Cold by Katy Perry was on that, and I really liked that song, but I wasn't allowed to. Like, I was afraid to like that song, so I didn't tell people about it. But I downloaded the apps that I could listen to the song.
Wow.
I found my original cell phone, the one that I got Easter when I was in 6th grade. It was an LG VX 5200. And it had a camera, which was a big freaking deal.
So, which one is that most like on the Twitter moment?
Let me take a look, see. 12.
Okay. So it wasn't like number 1, the giant brick, like, hold it to your entire...
How old do you think I am?
I've been told I shouldn't answer that question.
No, it was not like a giant number 1, like, out of the 80s before I was born. No.
That...
What? No, I'm not that old. I remember my mom... Because, like, not everybody had a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember when my mom got her first phone, she lived through, all of these, but she didn't get her first cell phone until, like, number 9, 10-ish on this list.
Fascinating.
It just wasn't a thing you had. People just called your landline.
LOL landlines.
Do you have a landline,
No.
like at your house?
I have a landline.
We
But we never
I do
answer
not.
it. It rings nonstop, especially since we just had like a hailstorm. And so it's all calls about, hey, do you want us to come fix your roof? Hey, do you want us to come fix your roof? And I'm like, we got our roof fixed.
Do you answer it?
No. We never
Voicemails.
answer. If they actually care, they'll leave a voicemail.
That's right. That's how you test the salesman.
Yep.
It's my job. That's what I do. I do sales.
How's that?
Super good. I'm really good at it.
Good.
Yep. But yeah, so like people didn't have phones. Like 1 through 8, I would say, unless you were like a businessman, like that was like a work device. 9 and 10 is sort of where you're getting into like the every person has a phone. 11 is still a business phone, and then 12, I think, is, at least from my perspective, when kids started having cell phones. And I only had a cell phone, like I think I had 250 texts a month, and then like my family had like 2,500 minutes. And basically the idea was if I went to the movies with Ethan, I could call my mom to come pick us up.
Is it bad for a second I just go, wait, you have siblings?
I do. Super Carlin brothers.
I legit, like, it did not cross my mind. I was like, I guess I didn't really realize, was it just your... I use my thinky brain on a daily basis.
Aren't you in college classes?
Your point?
The college classes kill her brain cells.
Yeah, that's how college works, right?
And from this list, I had phones 12, 16, 17, and 18. Well, I didn't have 18. I went from 17 to an iPhone 5.
Yeah, like the phone I had was not an 18. It was better.
Yeah, 18 was the original iPhone, it looks like.
My mom had one. I remember she had like a clear case on it, kind of like mine, but hers didn't have elephants. And she like held her.
That's a giraffe.
I keep saying elephants.
That's a throwback. That's a millennial thing, man. That's the first episode of SpongeBob with the bubble stand when he blows up an elephant and Patrick's like, "Oh, it's a giraffe."
Sure, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, it's culturally relevant.
Yep, that's
It's retro.
exactly. Tyler gets it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she held it so much that it like literally yellowed. It was disgusting. I think we still have it somewhere.
I'm sure that decaying battery's not hurting anything.
No.
Also, another thing about my first phone is that mine didn't have a SIM card in it, so I could only do things on Wi-Fi, and I didn't actually have, like, a number. I had to download a texting app.
I had a
And, like,
texting app.
Yeah. And it took forever to load, and it was a bad thing. And then I got a new phone, but it still didn't have a SIM card. It was another Windows phone, and then I got my dad's old phone, and it actually had a SIM card in it.
SIM
so.
cards. Is that
And
why
now
you have an addiction to Sims? You were deprived of SIM cards for so long? Ayo, that's a Sims joke for you.
Is it, though?
No, you are very much addicted.
I know. It's a problem.
I know. So anyway, that's Twitter trending. What's trending in the rest of the world, specifically the YouTube world? That's a world, right?
Sure.
I never opened YouTube. I was so bored last night I opened YouTube. That's how crazy bored I was because I couldn't sleep. YouTube requires audio. I can't be bothered with that. Let me find this. YouTube trending. You guys have this little thing, and I watched both of these videos. How many Jacksepticeye videos have you seen in your life?
So few.
So few.
I would say this is the only one I've watched beginning to end.
Yeah,
I've watched, like, I've probably done more for trending.
yeah.
I don't think I ever watched a Jacksepticeye before we had this podcast.
I see his tweets a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do follow him on Twitter.
Oh, I don't. I just see
And I
his
follow
tweets
him on
a
Instagram.
lot.
I think somebody that we're mutual friends with follows him and retweets a lot of his stuff. That's why
You're
I see his
probably
tweets.
right. Katrina's normally right. That's just kind of how it goes.
I believe it. Katrina seems like she's normally right.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
That's because you weren't saying it. We were. It's all fine. So what is the English? What is the Jacksepticeye video? What is it about?
Do you want me to answer?
Whoever has watched the video, aka not me.
So basically, he woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, and everyone went to sleep. And he just sat in front of his camera, and he was like, "These are the things that I'm thinking, and my channel's not doing badly. I've just changed the way that I upload videos. I used to do 2 a day, now I do 1 a day. And subsequently, I get like half the views. Who knew? Because I'm posting half the videos. And he just sort of, he wasn't really complaining about anything. He was just sort of talking about the YouTube algorithm. And it just seemed like he'd been through the ringer, and now he was like, there's more to our job than uploading video and playing video game or doing like a sketch. There is also all of the considering the algorithm, which I think came across kind of woke, but also that is like what makes content now, is talking about the algorithm, I feel like. Like I remember when YouTube started, there was no, like the only discussion of the algorithm was like what the Vlogbrothers did Project for Awesome in year 1. and they were like, we're going to disrupt the algorithm by making the thumbnail on every on every video the same thing. And they got all the big YouTubers to get in on it. But that was like the only discussion of even the word algorithm back then. So I don't know. It just seemed like a pretty vanilla video to me.
Yeah.
That's my review.
Okay, so mainly why I noticed it is because I know that Jacksepticeye is pretty well known he's an OG, not necessarily an OG YouTuber, but he's been around for a decent amount of time. But I thought it was weird that, I didn't think it was weird for apologizing for not posting as much. I just thought it was weird that people had a problem with it. Like, you're still getting daily content.
Daily is so much.
I know. Like, they're still doing, granted, it's his job.
Mm-hmm.
But, still, coming up with original, well, not necessarily original, since he does gaming, so it's just more episodes of series.
Well, but even doing, like improv comedy, I guess, is that what we would call gaming, from a broad sense? Even coming up with new stuff for that every single day.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
We struggle putting out an episode
videos.
a week.
Yeah.
Well, you also have school.
Yeah.
I think if you spent all the time that you go to school on pumping out an episode every day, I don't think you'd have any problem doing so.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You'd probably just transition to a more radio style version, right?
Yeah.
Like a radio host does 4 hours of content every single day.
We couldn't do favorite songs because we
struggle coming up with one a week. That is a thing that, favorite things and favorite songs, normally the conversation is, do I like things? Do I listen to music? I swear I've listened to a song this week that I enjoyed. Because our minds go blank.
Yeah. I remember, Katrina, how old are you?
16.
16. I was just a little bit older than you or younger than you when I got my first job. And I very vividly remember sitting in the interview and the manager at the Kroger was like, so tell me about yourself. And I was like, I have no idea who I am. I go to school and then I come home and I have parents and that's about it. That's everything.
Please tell me you said I have parents during your interview.
I'm sure I did. I was there to bag groceries, and then I ended up getting trained as a cashier. That was like a promotion, man. And I was only there for 3 months. It was a good time. It was a long 3 months.
Interesting.
I liked doing the carts the best, because you could listen to music while you did the carts outside.
Interesting. See, my sister worked at a grocery store, and she hated doing carts because it's the Midwest, so it was always either, ridiculously humid or freezing cold.
Oh, yeah, the weather was not ideal, but I did get to listen to music. And I had a Dell Pocket DJ, which was like a early era MP3 player.
Okay.
And you just literally uploaded MP3 files to it and just played them. It wasn't pretty at all. But you could make playlists and shuffle them. And I would shuffle all my music until there were 5 songs that I didn't actively skip. And then I would listen to those over and over again until I wanted to skip them. And whatever didn't want to get skipped won.
You had battles of the songs.
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
It was a great game.
Okay. Yeah, I keep hitting my desk. Anyway, what else is trending on the YouTube? We're done with Twitter. What else is trending on the YouTube world? In the YouTube world. On the
Do you want me to talk about this one first, or do you want to?
You can. I talked about the last one.
Okay, so, this video was a video by Danny Gonzalez, and he, the title is, I'm very worried about this movie, Swiped with Noah Centineo. And, so I personally haven't seen Swiped, but, he basically did a review of it, because honestly, it's not a very well-made movie.
No, not based on the description I was given. No, it's horrifying, is what it is.
And so, I don't really know how else to describe it. He just kind of went through the movie and talked about, like, parts that he thought were weird. But I thought since it was a trending video that was talking about movies and you have a movie lovers podcast, that...
Sure do. I do not love this movie.
You haven't even
This
seen
movie
it,
is
but...
not coming to bacon and eggs. I can tell you that right now.
Dang it!
No, so the premise is that, like, the guys at the college want to have relations with the girls in general and, like, of all ages. And so they develop an app, like Tinder on steroids, specifically for, like, you know, love, for baby making, but without the babies. And... It's awful. Like, the way that, like, the lines, the way it was written, the way it's talked about is not good. But also, like, just as, like, a concept, I can't believe it got greenlit at all. Like,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
that anybody was like, oh, concept film, this is mind-bending and interesting. People are going to like this. It's not relatable to anybody.
Or maybe you're just
And Noah
past
Centineo
that
is in it.
stage in your life that you think it's not relatable.
Well, no. I was never one for the type of relationships these guys are having.
That's fair.
But I know that Bacon and Eggs has talked about To All the Boys I've Loved before, but have you watched any other movies with Noah Centineo?
No, I haven't. And the reason is because I watched To All the Boys I Loved before, and every time I see him, I just think that I'm only going to be able to associate it with that film, which incidentally bled into, like, the way I felt about The Kissing Booth that he wasn't even in, but I watched them very near each other. So, no, I have not watched any other movies with Noah Centineo. I don't even know, is he, like, do people like him, or is it just, like, Netflix keeps putting out and pumping big banner ads with this guy's face on it, and therefore we're talking about it? Or are people actually, like, interested?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think people are continuing to give him attention because he's attractive, kind of like Tom Holland.
Oh, is he?
But less talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Tom Holland, that guy's hot.
Oh man, I love him.
I love Tom Holland.
We stan.
We do stand. He could have a British accent, an American
British
accent,
accent.
whatever you need.
The weight of my heart is a British accent.
Any accent is the way to Rachel's heart.
Yeah, I really like accents. I think they're A, fascinating, and B, just so gorgeous. So anyway, that's me.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I'm so proud of you for having emotions.
Thank you. You know who else has emotions?
Who?
Our listeners.
Wow,
Yes.
what a
Oh, do I have to answer that
segue.
question?
Thank you. So I think we should answer some listener questions, if that's okay with everyone. And by
Obviously.
everyone, I mean Katrina and Tyler, mostly Tyler, because Katrina, we do this every week. Listeners, if you say no, I'm not taking that into consideration at this moment.
Rachel doesn't
Right.
care about my opinion.
We do this every week.
If
I'm
you've
pretty
made it
sure
this
this was
far-
your idea.
To do listener questions?
Yes.
Honestly, I probably.
So anyway, our first question is from our good friend at Tori Wood, and she says, how do you feel about stickers? What is your favorite surface to stick them on? Yes.
Rachel?
I really like stickers. I don't know where I put my... Oh, it's over there. I have a water bottle over there that I cover in stickers. My laptop is covered in stickers. I have a laptop case that broke that was also covered in stickers. And I put them on top of, like, notebooks if I'm going to have them for a while. I really like stickers.
I think I would have an easier time deciding on a tattoo for my body than a sticker for my laptop. Or where to place a sticker I've already purchased. The thought of the permanence of putting a sticker on something that one day I may not like is just such a... It's a hard concept for me to get around. I know they cost $3, right? But, like, the laptop was like $1,200.
Right, so get a laptop
Do I really
case.
want to put this...
Like a skin. That's what I
that's
did.
more money.
And then I can change out my stickers if I'm feeling different. Like if I want a different mood or if I want more political or less political. I have a lot of political stickers.
Oh man, I don't want any political
See,
stickers.
that's fair.
I don't want
That's a choice you can make.
anybody approaching me talking about politics. Don't ask. Yeah, no, I can't. I do not have a surface I can stick stickers on. I have this desk that has no stickers on it, and I got it at Walmart. I could probably put stickers on this desk, but it's covered in like monitors and headphones and speakers and keyboards.
What about you, Katrina? Because Tyler's boring.
Here's the thing. I don't like them.
Yes! Yes!
But
Not just me.
But not for the same reason that you don't. I just don't like just the feeling of the like sticky part.
Oh yeah, I
No.
can totally get this
I
frustration.
don't like it. And like it's so hard because stickers are like you don't think stickers are everywhere, but then you try eating an apple and you're like, "Oh, there's a sticker on here." And then you like have to take it off, and it bothers me every time. I have apples a lot. And so I have like as a child I was actually like very afraid of stickers. And so I'm not afraid of them. I don't like them.
But you are afraid of cottage cheese. When I was younger, like when I was a little kid, the thing that I would do with stickers is, like, I was that stereotypical kid that would go to the dollar store, buy a sticker book, and then just cover myself head to toe in stickers, Band-Aids, tape, anything with... I love the sticky feeling. I'm getting weird looks from both of you.
Why would you do that? Actually, I did the same thing. I feel like I am both of you at some point in my life. There have been times where I just sat there and played with tape, and then there have been times where the thought of a sticker just drives me absolutely insane. So, I get it. I've been there.
Tori, I'm on your side here.
She there's no bias here. She doesn't have an answer if she likes stickers or not.
But
I know Tori personally,
we both
but
know
that's not
Tori
the point.
likes stickers. Or we all three
true.
know Tori likes stickers.
There's bacon and egg stickers. You
I
can go
have
to
one.
our store. Do you really? What? That's so
I
neat.
don't know where it is.
That's okay.
You have a sticker! Yeah, it's gonna be slapped on my water bottle. Once I figure out where
Yay! Oh, that's so exciting.
I'll send you a picture.
Next question. Bring it on. I think this next question is so good.
Do you want me to ask it?
Yeah.
Okay. The next question is from @SuperAwesomeJEB. Wow, I can't speak English. But she asks, "What do you want for your birthday?"
It's more like J.E. Bay.
So first I clarified if she meant the podcast birthdays or all of our, like, individual birthdays. She said our, like, respective birthdays, but also the podcast would work because it has a birthday coming up, and let me just say, I am not at liberty to discuss what the podcast wants for its birthday. You'll find that out in a week.
I have another microphone. Because this is a new mic.
That's not what the
one that I got
podcast wants
replaced.
for its birthday, although it would accept it.
Well, I don't have another stand because my new mic, my middle mic, the stand for it is at Katrina's house.
Yeah, it's right
and
here.
the original stand is gone.
That's what I'm
we
using
not
right now.
have we not told you what the podcast wants for its birthday?
No, I have no idea what the podcast wants for its birthday.
Are you gonna?
I'll edit it.
Okay.
Okay, Super Awesome Jeb wants to know, what do you want for your birthday? Rachel, what do you want for your birthday?
See, I feel like this question was aimed at me because my birthday's in, what's today's date? 27th? It's
I don't
in
know.
4 days.
27th.
But
That's some mad Leo energy.
What?
I said that's some mad Leo energy.
Yeah, I'm a Leo and I love it. I'm, like, super Leo, too. I don't know how much, like, y'all know about star signs, y'all being both you two and the listeners, but basically, Leos are kind of, like, confident to a fault about certain things, and, like, I kind of think of, like, Draco Malfoy, even though he's not a Leo, but, like, that's kind of the vibe. Anyway, I'm a Leo. It's dope. What do I want for my birthday? World peace. I don't know. I hate that question because I never know.
It's okay to want things.
I know. I don't
You know
even.
what I want for my birthday?
expansion pack.
I want a Sims 4 expansion pack. Wait, Katrina,
I have
you're
those.
obsessed,
I
not
think I have all
me.
of those.
You have all of them?
No.
Even,
I think so.
Even the Island Living one?
Yeah, we just got Island Living.
Katrina's.
I have...
Do you want Emily to stream it so you can watch it and play it?
Yes!
Okay, I'll tell her too.
I have an addiction. It's a problem.
I love Sims. It's so much
I
fun.
just got
Me too.
Sims 4, and I'm getting a headset for my birthday.
You have a microphone.
No,
and
a
headphones.
headset for, like, me.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's playing console, not PC.
Oh, that's wild.
Isn't it?
I didn't know Sims was like a console option.
It is.
Yeah, it has a console option.
I did not know that.
Well,
I've
now
been
you
playing
do.
Sims since the original.
So anyway, what do
I've
I
been
want for
playing
my
since
birthday? I'm
The
avoiding
Sims
the
4.
question. You know what I want from...
Do you want like tickets to a Broadway show?
No.
Do you want a new Xbox?
Just got that.
Do you want a gift card to Forever 21?
No, I don't like Forever 21. This is literally my problem. Like, I will think of something, and then I'll forget to write it down and be like, well, that's never coming back. And...
Do you want another microphone? You should want this microphone. This microphone's awesome.
I mean, like, yeah, cool. A microphone upgrade would be dope, but I don't need it.
It's not about need. It's your birthday. It's about want.
It's complicated. Oh, wait. Can we just pause and look at how my dog is sleeping?
Can we pause?
Funny joke. Look at my
Oh my
dog.
gosh.
He's cute.
I'm
This is like...
gonna have a kid. Okay, I can make puns.
We all know my hatred of puns.
Why do you hate puns?
They're cringy. I
Why?
don't know. They just kind of are to me.
Mm.
So what do you guys want for your birthdays?
So I got a new bread knife. I want the rest of the knives.
Sounds kind of violent.
No, like steak knives and like the all-purpose knives and the... I have really crappy knives in my kitchen. I'm very domestic. I have to do a lot of cooking, and I need new knives. Not like psycho knives. What are you, crazy? I never hurt anybody for any
psycho.
reason.
Oh, she's cute but a psycho.
That's not
No,
the
Psycho
lyrics,
like the
but
movie.
okay.
I know. Tyler, is there anything you want to ask
I also
Katrina?
want a... Katrina, what do you want for your birthday?
My birthday is probably the farthest away, except I don't really know when your birthday is, Tyler, so...
My birthday's in December.
Yeah, mine's the farthest away. So, ask me in about 8 months.
I just want a thoughtful gift. That's what at the end of the day, that's what I want. I want somebody to say, I was in the store, I saw this, and I thought of you. And then on the flip side, on the reception side, I want to be like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, not hard at all.
But like, so here's the thing. It's like, I went to the store, I saw this, and I thought of you. It's a pack of Band-Aids. It's like, oh.
Thanks.
Like, that's a good gift for
It's an
Rooch.
avocado.
Right? Because we just talked about Band-Aids.
Thanks.
But I'd be like, oh, you did? Okay. Why? I didn't know I gave off Band-Aid vibes. So, like, I want somebody to know me. And if they know me, then they'll get a gift that they know that I'd like.
See, for me, that would be literally sending me an avocado. And I would say, thanks!
Made it easy. We'll send you
Oh,
avocados.
please don't send me that many avocados.
Next question.
Whose turn is it?
Mine!
Is it Tyler?
Rachel.
Oh, yeah, it is Tyler.
No, it's
Tyler, you
Rachel's.
get to ask the next question.
No, Whatever. Super Zank says, how many sheep fell in your sousaphone while you were on the moon?
Super Zank.
I don't know how to answer this question.
This is Katrina's brother. This is the same type of question he asks every week.
I've never played the sousaphone. I've played all the other brass instruments. That's all I've got. That's the only comment I have here.
Okay. He's just in the mood for band instruments because band camp started this week for him.
Oh, I love band camp.
He loves it but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so...
Nerd.
He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also hates it, and he has a sunburn now, so... He loves it, but also
such as Bandcamp, Sunburn, Una Moss, the whole thing.
You okay?
See, this is why I'm in orchestra. Because we don't have to be outside and we don't have to march around. We just sit.
I mean, it's just walking around a football field. It's not like hard. It's just hot.
It is for band camp when you have to do the campus run and run around all the buildings.
Why is that a thing?
That has nothing to do with playing an instrument. That seems so counterintuitive. You're just going to wear everybody out.
I'm not
For
the
no
one.
reason.
I'm not the one with the band program.
Clearly. That was my dream when I was growing up, was to be a band director.
My sister is a music
That's
teacher.
true fact.
Which isn't a band director, but like, it's kind of close.
It is close. It's the same degree.
I will say 17 sheep fell on my sousaphone while I was on the moon, but only 8 fell when I visited Mars.
Fair enough.
What about you, Katrina?
I
I
always
thought it was
say
20 on the moon.
I always say 17 is my random number.
I know, and I took that.
So, probably 12.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never been to the moon, really.
You've never been, like, on Cloud 9?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude, have you guys watched Superstore? So good.
My dog just ignored me. It's fine. So, our next question is from Emily Hoffman, and she says, is cereal soup? Yes.
No.
Katrina, you're the deciding vote. Yes or no?
I don't want this much pressure.
This matters. I have an argument here, but I want to know the vote before I have to pitch my argument.
Okay. I can't make decisions.
Oh, so Katrina still can't make a decision? Great, I didn't miss anything.
Here's my argument, Katrina. Rachel, you've done debates before, so basically, this is how we're gonna do it. Do I have to say it as fast as possible?
No, please don't.
Okay. Soup is served hot.
That's it? That's your only argument?
That's all I
Okay,
need.
so the similarities between soup and cereal are very similar, or very high, which means, like, there's a large number of them. First of all, they're both suspended
Wait,
in a...
name them.
They're both suspended in a liquid. Second of all, they both have solid pieces floating around. Third of all, you eat them both with a spoon!
No, you don't.
How do you eat your cereal, bro?
With a spoon. But like ramen noodle soup? That's a fork.
See, I don't have soup enough.
We really need Jordan
But
here.
Here's the thing, is that I feel like I say that too much.
You do say it a lot, but not too much, because you're perfect.
Here's the thing, Rachel. Here's the thing. All of your similarities are there, correct? And I'm with you. So we're sitting down and we're like, okay, these things are very similar. Should we call them the same thing? And then person B walks in and is like, well, no, we can't call them the same thing because this one's served hot and this one's served cold.
So is ice cream melted no longer ice cream? Is it no longer the chemical and physical properties of ice cream?
Physical properties, no.
But chemically, it's still ice cream, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold.
It's about how it's served. It is served
Have
cold.
you ever seen a little kid, like,
It does not have to be cold to exist. It is served cold. Same with soup. It doesn't have to be hot to exist, but it has to be served
You're telling
hot.
me you've never
In its
had soup that
traditional
was cold?
setting. In its traditional serving setting, it has to be hot. I'm not saying it can't be cold, but cold is the improper temperature to have
Okay,
served
so
it.
is oatmeal stew? It's hot.
Oatmeal's a good question. Now we're talking. That is a good argument. Oatmeal. This is a good point. Oatmeal's oatmeal. This is sort of the middle ground. Now you got a Venn diagram. Soup has all of these things. And then oatmeal, I guess that's kind of right in the middle. But oatmeal's not the question. We're asking about cereal and soup.
Cereal is a soup.
I disagree. Cereal's sugary.
So?
What makes a soup?
For the record,
Soup.
I just googled cold soup. First thing came up, 37 cold soups for when it's just too hot by foodandwine.com. Bonappetit.com. These 14 cold soup recipes are so hot right now. 34 cold soup recipes to keep you cool this summer.
Okay, but if I was to give you this definition, first dictionary.com definition for soup, would you also be able to describe this as cereal? A liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock or water.
Yes, because it is a liquid dish typically made by doing all of those things, but it does not say it has to be. And stock or...
It does say it has to be stock or water, which I don't agree with, but
exactly.
It does say
If you
it has
don't
to be
agree with the
stock or water.
definition, then why are you using it?
But definitively, that's how it is. It's not about what I agree with. It's not my subjective opinion. It's the objective truth.
So everything
Typically
so everything
is our...
we read on the internet now is subjective truth. Cool. Okay.
Objective. But if we're talking about definitive, yes, Merriam-Webster is the authority. If not, then we could say soup is anything. Soup is grass.
Sure, because words evolve.
Correct.
And the dictionary evolves to fit the words. So if we want to start saying that grass is soup, we can, and then the dictionary will have to conform to us, meaning it cannot be the ultimate authority. Because if it was the ultimate authority...
But
No. If it was the ultimate authority, words would never evolve.
Correct.
So soup can be cold.
Soup can be cold, but it is still served hot. Is salad soup?
No, there's no liquid. It's not suspended
Because
in
now
the
you've
water
got
or broth.
meat, fish, and meat, fish, or veggies.
But we already decided definitions aren't everything.
In what could be stock. Because that could be a dressing. You could use like a chicken stock as a dressing. Sure, right?
I think we've killed Katrina over there.
Dragonlance447
there's a question
wants
you
to
missed.
know. I'm sorry. Follow-up reply to Is Cereal Soup at Miss Bartholomew says, also when offering a 13-month-old Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, is it proper to ask if she wants a bite or a drink? Bite still.
I would
No,
I would
drink
just
still.
say, do you want
It's always a
some?
drink.
You want some more?
Right. You don't speak English. Luke can do this, which is sign language for more. So
That's cute.
that's always
That's
fun.
My mom had
Yeah.
me do that too. This is more.
I know. I teach sign language.
And this is all done. That's
Yeah,
all I
no,
remember.
he's not there yet.
So anyway, bite or drink?
Katrina, you're the vote again.
Oh, no.
Actually, you're not. We haven't pitched points here. I think I would just ask if they want more.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But but the proper answer, I think, a Go-Go Squeeze is something you drink.
But applesauce is something you eat. So like a Go-Go Squeeze applesauce.
It's how it's served.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the
about the
spoon, it's a
service.
bite, but with a
It's like a straw,
pouch.
kind of. Yeah, because it's like a pouch.
Yeah,
You've got a
kind
little
of.
tip.
The whole thing is a straw. A straw with only one hole.
Technically, the straw has two holes, because I'm talking about the straw as in, like, the plastic hard piece at the top that the like, cap screws to. That is what I'm talking about as the straw connected to the pouch.
I would say the whole pouch is the straw. It's all one item.
Katrina, what's our next question?
Our next question is from Dragonlance447, and they ask, who do you most want to have as a guest on the podcast? So this was asked before we announced that Tyler was guesting. Just
Am I the guest? Am I that person? I don't want to flatter myself.
I was gonna say, like, the Try Guys, or, like, Hank or John Green, maybe. People we've joked about, but, like, would...
Those are great guests. Way better than me.
we're still glad that you could come.
Yeah.
Because we've been trying to schedule this for so long.
Probably about 6 months.
I'm super happy to be here. Rachel's been on our show.
I have!
I haven't been on your show because I'm broke.
That is totally fine. You are doing more than enough, and I'm happy to be here. As far as on our podcast, Dream Guest, I really want to talk to Jon Favreau.
Okay.
That's who I want to talk to.
Oh my god, Tom Holland. Can we get Tom Holland?
We can get Tom Holland. And also, very soon, in early August, we have Mike Schubert coming on the show from Potterless. I'm excited about that.
Is he coming so you can take a little paternity leave? Oh,
No.
okay.
Mike Schubert is coming on the show because we just launched a new podcast called That's What I'm Talking About, which follows a very similar premise to his show. So we're going to have our host from That's What I'm Talking About, Mary Clay, playing a game with Mike Schubert that Ethan and I will also be playing.
I'm going to definitely
Potter
listen
game.
to that episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. The idea is so good. I'm so excited for it. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you the game? The game is so good.
Do you want me to like edit it out?
I don't know. You can I probably.
Okay.
But if you were to use a breakfast food to describe your past week, what food would it be and why?
Burnt toast.
Brutal.
It's just because I've been around a lot of people. I've been out in the sun. I've been very overdone, past my prime. Not past my prime.
Oh, dude.
But it's just like, it's been too much this week. So, like, I'm burnt toast.
Yeah. It's been a rough week.
It
It has not been the easiest 7 days.
Katrina?
Mm-hmm.
What would your breakfast food be for the
I'm
week?
thinking.
Oh, okay. Tyler, do you know yours?
Well, I like the
You
burnt
don't gotta
toast
steal
thing.
mine.
Because it has been a rough week. But, I mean, it's been, like, sort of good. So you can slather some, like, you know, some schmear and maybe tomato and some balsamic on top of it to sort of give you the idea that it was good. But it's still burnt toast at the end of the day.
Or like a burnt waffle, maybe? Like a step up from burnt toast? Like, good things happened, good intentions, but it was just like a lot.
They weren't really good intentions. Like, we had to go to the hospital.
Right, but for mine,
that sucked.
that's fair. You can be burnt toast. I'm gonna upgrade to burnt waffle because, like, I went to a med camp that I loved. It was super fun, super cool to see, like, different career paths that I can take. But it was so much socialization and sun and, like, walking around and humidity. And it was too much for me.
What about you, Katrina? What you got?
I'm trying to think because this week I basically I've been home alone a lot because my dad's back to work, my mom's been working all summer, and my brother's at band camp, so it's mostly been me being home alone and left to myself.
With the
but
fish.
I can't really with the fish. I haven't really looked at the fish much.
The poor neglected fish.
We have an automatic feeder, it's fine. But yeah, I can't really think of any breakfast food because breakfast is a pretty, like, social when you think about it, because you can't, like, you can have just one pancake, but it's more satisfying to have two, so I could be a solitary pancake.
Okay.
Just like one flapjack.
One
Yeah.
like, silver dollar giant pancake, though, so it fills you up. But
Yeah,
it's just the
'cause
one.
I've had a busy week. It's just been being alone a lot and working on a lot of different things.
Ew, working on things.
Homework, because I only have like 1.5 weeks left of summer.
Ha ha. I have like a month left. So anyway, next question is from @StoryDiver. Hey Jess, and she asks, would you rather be able to fly or be able to breathe underwater?
I don't want to be like the push my glasses up on my nose caveat kind of guy. But with flying, like, there's a certain limitation of, like, you can only fly so high. So is the same limitation applied to the fact that if you dive too deep, you get crushed by the pressure?
I think so. Because that's
Okay.
true for fish, too.
Right, that is true for fish. It's also true for the flying thing. Like, I can't just fly to outer space.
Yeah.
than fly. Yeah, I would rather fly. It seems faster and
That's
more
what I'm
efficient.
thinking.
Yeah. Also, I would say that I'd rather be able to breathe underwater, but then, like, my foot would touch something slimy and I'd just be out of there.
Right, like it's not like breathe underwater and also be like a monster swimmer who's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Like there's still fish in there that are horrifying, right?
Yeah, because, like, I'd love to be a mermaid, but also, like, I couldn't.
Couldn't touch
not.
my own slimy tail.
No.
I forgot that you were afraid of fish.
I am afraid of fish.
Oh.
I'm just petrified. Only when they're on the fishing line, like fish out of water. Fish in water don't bother me that much. Although we went to Florida to swim with the manatees, and I was definitely sold on seeing a matinee and not touching a giant sea cow. That was scary. I much preferred the movie.
Good to know.
That's all I got.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
He's not laughing.
That's fine.
Well, now he is.
It's an irrational fear. I'm aware that it's not founded in anything. But that doesn't mean it's not there. You just gotta learn to live and cope.
Fair.
Rachel, tell me to stop.
Stop. What are you doing?
Thank you. I'm peeling my sunburn.
Stop it! Sky says no.
Okay.
The sky says no. But the sky also says, I'm gonna burn you again. Haha.
Anyway, what's the next question?
I know the next question, but it's for me, so I'm not
Katrina,
gonna ask
what's
it.
the next
Okay,
question?
I'll ask it. The next question is from @jbart17j. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
And she asks, what is Tyler more excited?
I think she means most.
Yeah. What is Tyler most excited about having a baby? What are you most nervous for?
I'm most excited for when my baby is like big enough for my baby to be social and for us to like I'm really looking forward to the time where I plan like family vacations with other families for the benefit of the children.
Aw.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like taking
Yeah.
my kids and Jay's kids to the beach. That is like, I can't wait for that. And then them like going and having fun. What I'm most nervous for is like the void, right? That I'm going to have a child and I'll be so proud of everything they do and they won't be proud of anything that I do. And like, I'm very scared of that. I mean, that's the big thing. I love this child more than anything in the world, and she's not even here yet. And I cannot wait to be a parent. And there's not really like I'm not afraid of diapers. I've never changed a diaper, but I think I can figure out
You've
putting
never
on.
changed a diaper?
No, but I think I can figure out underwear. It's pretty simple.
I would ask if you... Does Luke still wear diapers?
Sure
yeah,
does.
I would ask if you could practice on him.
Why? I'm not gonna mess it up. You can't mess it up so bad that like the world
No, but
ends.
you'll get a poop splatter.
That's fine. It's just poop. It's just baby poop.
Okay.
It just makes for good stories at the wedding.
Please don't tell those stories at Olivia's wedding.
I absolutely will. You can't get away from it. I'm not afraid. Ooh, that's a big like dad of a daughter thing. At this moment I'm not particularly afraid of like boys in high school.
That'll change.
I don't know if I'm certain it will because like when you guys talk about the boys that you meet, I'm always like, God, boys are trash. Don't ever talk to them. And you're not even my children. But I know what 16-year-old boys are like. And I know that even when I was 16, I knew that grown-ups knew what we were like. And I was like, no, we're not like that. But we were. We were absolutely like that. And that's just part of life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you'll definitely...
I mean, it's not. Teenage boys need to be better in every regard, but it's part of our past.
I mean, maybe you won't have to worry about boys when Olivia's in high school. That is the hope.
Yeah, the goal is that a whole generation of respectful young men is raised. But I cannot be so optimistic.
Gotta be cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the next quizzical question? Tyler?
Oh, am I up? Let's take a look. See, hey Katrina, can you kidnap Rachel and bring her with you to Salt Lake in November? That's not me asking that question. Matt's asked that question. I'm not encouraging kidnapping in any way, especially not of like underage anybody.
We're both underage, though.
I'm familiar,
So if an
but I don't
underage
need there being a
person-
soundbite of me being like, "Yeah, you should kidnap young women."
See, but now we have that soundbite.
Don't do that. But Matt's wants to know that Matt's wonderful Nordic fan who continues to make trips to the United States, friend of Super Carlin Brothers and Perspective Z and Bacon and Eggs, sounds like he's going to Salt Lake in November, which you guys should have so much fun at. I will not be there. But Rachel, will you be there is the question.
No.
Why not?
It's money.
You got
And
time.
also, we're planning on going to Disney for Christmas, so, like, we're saving.
Oh. That's fair. I mean,
That is also why I cannot spend my money to go to Salt Lake City because of Disney World.
Really?
See, I'm going
Yep.
to Disneyland in March or April, so I'm saving money for that too.
And
so.
Salt Lake is a little closer to your state than it is to me.
Just a little
Just
bit.
half a country.
Maybe I'll be there anyway,
All right.
but I wouldn't be
Our
there.
next question is from at MickWatt416. That's Mary Clay, right?
Mick Watt, MC Watt. It's Mary Clay.
Okay, anyway, Mary asks, who is Billie Eilish? A queen!
Mary Clay asks. Mary Clay asks.
I will hang up this phone call. This guy's taking over for me.
She wants to know who's Billie Eilish.
Queen!
She's a fad. It'll pass. Whatever.
That's what they said about the internet.
That's not what they said about the internet. That is what they said about Pink and Katy Perry and Taylor Swift and Britney Spears and all of the Billie Eilishes before. And it's how she will be again.
Taylor Swift is still releasing bops though.
Uh-huh.
You know what? That's the thing, but Taylor Swift is not like Billie Eilish. You know, it's like Billie Eilish was like Lady Gaga. She disappeared for like 10 years.
And then she did the Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then Bradley Cooper saw her in a room and was like, I believe in you. And now she's completely different from who she was when she was singing Bad Romance and all that stuff. So, it's all a fad. It'll pass.
Don't mind me getting a facial by my dog. Just, like, casually licking me to death. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She's a loving dog. She's a singer. Do you actually not know who she is?
Yeah, she's 16. She sings songs.
17.
She's
I
the
think.
might seduce your dad type. It's weird.
Anyway.
Is she 17?
Her
or is
mom
she 16?
probably still sings along.
No, but not to that one. Sky, no barking.
I bet she does.
Okay. I gotta go grab my charger real quick. I'm at 2%, because I come prepared. I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. Come on. Alright, so we have one last question. And I don't know who should ask this, honestly.
I'll ask it. It's from T Doobie, and she asks,
Yeah, it's Tyler.
She-
Jordan's sister.
Yeah, I know.
Tyler Dubert.
I didn't know if it was different pronouns or not, but
Oh.
she asks, who is the ultimate Tyler?
Tyler. Who's
What?
the ultimate Tyler?
Tyler Dubert, by a long shot. It's definitely not me. It's all about humility here. I'm the most humble person I know.
Okay, so she's she, they.
Yeah.
So, I'm good.
Yeah, here's how I'm gonna answer that. Tyler's the greatest Tyler.
That's
The
exactly
ultimate
right.
Tyler.
The ultimate
Exactly.
Tyler.
I think, the world, the love is big enough for both of us. There doesn't have to be an ultimate. This is no showdown. I would prefer a high five to a fist
Air five.
bump, 'cause that might seem violent.
Ooh.
Whoop.
That was like we all went it. That was perfect.
Yeah, well, you know. There it is.
All right. Katrina, or I guess I should say Katrina and Tyler, Katrina and Tyler, Katrina and Tyler, Katrina and Tyler. Can it be time
Yes.
for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a Buzzfeed quiz.
It sure can.
Yes.
Yes, that's
so I
my-
picked out the BuzzFeed quiz. It's the question is, we know what secret superpower you're harboring, and then a bunch of questions that have nothing to do with
It's
it.
not loading for me.
Typically how Buzzfeed quizzes are. Katrina, does it ever load for you?
It did like twice, but since then it hasn't done it.
Right now I have a bunch of rainbow boxes, but the boxes don't have anything in them. There we go. We're good now.
I probably should have been more patient, but I'm so used to it not working, so I just...
Yeah, so the subtitle or little comment on it is, "Wow, you're super." I know, that's what my mommy tells me.
That's nice. Pick a season: summer, winter, fall, spring. Oh, do we not narrate this?
Oh, no, we do.
It just hasn't loaded for
We
me
just
yet.
also
There we
then
go.
have to think about it.
Oh,
It's up for me now, so we're good.
Oh, awesome. Summer, winter, fall, spring. Hi, Sky.
pumpkin spice latte. Thank you very much.
I don't like fall. I don't like spring.
You don't like the seasons?
I said I don't like fall and I don't like spring.
That's half of them.
Glass half full, glass half empty. I still like half of
No,
them.
you could have a full glass. It's just weather, man. Don't stress so much.
Do you like hot weather?
Yeah.
Do you like cold weather?
Yeah.
Do you like lukewarm, sticky, like humidity, feels like it's gonna rain?
Yeah.
And you're...
Wear whatever you want weather. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Katrina, what about you?
I picked spring
You are a spring lover.
because I was born in spring, and also I love the rain a lot, and yeah, it's cold. It's still cold. Where in summer it's like boiling, and I get sunburns, and I don't like that. But spring, it's still chilly, but it's not like freezing like it is in winter. In fall, it just like fall is when it's still more warm, kind of. I'm more of a winter person than a summer person, but I'm not a winter person, I'm a spring person.
So, Tyler, you picked fall then,
I picked
right?
pumpkin spice latte. Yeah.
So fall.
Yeah.
I picked summer because my birthday, and also, like, I love the freedom of not having to be in school.
You know what else? You know what else fall has that the other seasons don't have?
Pumpkin spice
Contrary
lattes.
to popular belief. But fall has like 80% of the Christmas season.
That's true.
Right? Because winter starts like 3 days before Christmas, and so then winter gets to claim it. Bull. Okay, most of fall you can listen to Christmas music on the radio, the local 90 to 100.
I listen to Christmas music year round,
So.
so like...
As
That's
do
exactly
I.
right. Spotify for life.
Alright, our next question is, what's your favorite treat? Ice cream, milkshake, candy, or cotton candy? Cotton candy, because I'm a 3-year-old. I really just am in it for the sugar.
Milkshake. Because I like ice cream, but it's too cold, so I need a milkshake, please.
So would you be offended, or not even offended, but would you kind of cringe if I told you I bite, like, ice cream and popsicles?
You what?
I would, like, whatever. I'm happy that you're able to do that. I just have very sensitive teeth. So it's just not, like, it's not comfortable for me. But, like, no, I'm not upset at all that you bit into your ice cream.
By Katrina's reaction, I'm gonna guess she is. So would you pick Katrina?
I picked candy because that's a very broad thing, and I like...
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I think cotton candy's the only option here that's not particularly broad.
I mean, ice cream is broad, but candy, it could either be chocolate, or it could be, like, Skittles, or it could be, like... Ice cream is all...
Or it could be, like, candy. That's
I mean,
true.
there are some whack ice cream flavors I can tell you that much, but, like, mostly it's just sweet stuff. Candy can be whatever.
That's true. All right, pick a movie, Genry.
What are our options?
Oh, comedy, horror, romance, and action. I wouldn't, probably action, I guess, but I don't want it to be like, oh, I know that you love Jack Ryan films. That's not what I mean, right?
I like rom-coms. I like comedy, action, like Marvel movies. The only thing I don't like is horror, but I like crossing the genres, molding them.
Correct.
I don't want to just sit and watch a comedy movie. I don't want to just sit and watch an all-action movie, and I don't like romance is boring unless it's to All the Boys I've Loved Before. So I guess
Action it is.
yeah.
See, I've never watched a horror movie in my entire life.
I don't blame you. They're scary. Don't do it. If you love yourself,
Like,
don't.
I watched The Umbrella Academy, and that's as far as it got, and that was even scary for me, like...
Did
no.
you watch Stranger Things? Oh, you're missing out. You have to watch Stranger Things. It's not scary.
I haven't seen Stranger Things, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Oh, man. It's so... I love Stranger Things.
So, Katrina, what'd
I
you
picked
pick? Okay. What's the next question?
What would you want to see the most? A magic show, a concert, a comedy show, or a circus? I'm a comedy show. I like a good stand-up act.
A concert. I'm a music human. Well, I'm a human, but...
Yeah, I did comedy show, but it depends on the concert, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to go
I
to a
have such a
long
hard time
sit-down
with
concert.
concerts.
Like, I don't want to go to a school band concert.
That's what my life
But, like,
is.
if you were like, yo... If you look at me and you're like, yo, want to hit up Bastille? And I'm like, heck yeah!
Like, if I went to a Bastille show... This is my problem with, like, big pop concerts, is I don't think I would enjoy seeing a major act from more than 4 rows back.
See the Bastille concert?
I think I would just be in the same room that this band is playing.
The Bastille concert that I was at was, like, open standing room, and then, like, Dan walked through the crowd and, like, gave out high fives and hugs. So I definitely...
Yeah, so as long as I feel like I'm part of it,
Mm-hmm.
that I can do. But when I'm in the lawn behind the stands watching the show, I don't... That's not as enjoyable to me. That's how I saw Panic at the Disco, and it was like... Bleh.
So, Katrina, what next do we have to answer? What
what
next
do we have to answer? The next question.
What do we have to answer next?
The next question is pick a color: red, blue, green, or yellow.
I really like the blue that they chose.
It's a nice blue. I really like that yellow, so I'm gonna go yellow.
You know why I picked yellow, Rachel?
You're a Hufflepuff. And the scarf, yep. This is normal.
Have it with me at all times.
I was in the car today. We did the new Potter quiz for bacon and eggs. What is my new house? Because I don't remember.
I watched the video. It's just been a while.
Right. I was in the video. And it's been a while.
I know, I was like, am I supposed to remember this?
I can find
I
it.
don't remember. So I'm just going to go back to my Ravenclaw roots.
I think you were like Gryffindor or something.
That's boring.
I know. I'm sorry. Sorry you have a boring personality.
I've always...
What can I say?
I did watch Prisoner of Azkaban today. That's the best freaking movie ever.
Agreed.
Oh my god, it's so good. That's all I got.
Okay, so our next question is pick a salad dressing. No dressing, balsamic vinaigrette, ranch, or Italian?
Listen, I would love to pretend I'm any of these other than ranch, but I'm just not.
Oh, I'm ranch. I live in the Midwest. I am ranch.
I picked ranch too.
The rival high school to ours was called Hidden Valley. Like, it's real.
What's
Katrina,
next?
what
Okay.
what salad
Ranch.
dressing are you?
Because I'm basic.
Yeah. Exactly. Basic life. Haha. PSL.
What's the next question?
Which power is the coolest? Controlling the weather, healing, flight, or telepathy?
Isn't this just what you're gonna get? Because if you choose the one that's the coolest, then it's like...
Well, I think if it's an academic question, the answer is controlling the weather, because none of these other ones have to do with temperature.
Is it too late to kick him off?
That is what I chose, by the way.
Healing could also be pretty cool,
I have
like
an
if
answer.
you have a fever.
I'm gonna say healing because you could, like, cure cancer. Cure uncurable diseases.
Yeah, but you could cure, like, cancer storms. If you had weather controlling powers.
I don't think you know how weather works, Tyler.
The planet is dying, and you want to cure one disease? I want to save the planet, okay?
Who said healing doesn't also apply to the
Oh,
planet?
that's true.
Ayo!
That's true, man. You got me there.
Katrina, what'd you
I
pick?
picked telepathy because I just want to know what I just want to know what people are doing, honestly.
Golly day. I tell you, I do not want to know what all those high school boys are thinking
I mean,
about.
me either.
I mean, I know what they're thinking about, but like...
Selective telepathy.
Right.
If I can choose when to.
I don't need it.
then telepathy. And I already selected it, so I have my result.
I do as well. Tyler, do you?
Rooch? I do, yeah. Rooch, what's yours?
I have ice powers. You can sometimes be stern, but your heart is always in the right place. You're not a big fan of crowds, but will hang out with your besties at any time. And is that not the most accurate thing?
Such Leo energy.
What about you, Tyler?
I got super speed. You are cool and outgoing. People describe you as being hardworking and caring, which are vague descriptions of all people, but thank you very much, Buzzfeed.
Katrina.
That's what I got too.
Aww, you guys are twinsies.
We are hardworking and caring. Got serious puff
Yes.
energy.
Puff.
It's about loyalty and finding
Yes.
things.
I'm a Slytherin.
It's about getting what you
And
want.
finding
Yes.
things.
And also protecting Hufflepuffs.
What kind of Slytherin doesn't know what they want for their birthday?
Is there anything else we
I'll
need
tell
to
you why,
add
it's
this
because-
week?
The reason why is because a Slytherin would be like, I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to, like, if I want it, I'm just going to
Exactly.
get it. I don't care.
It's like I'm just going to if I want something, I'm going to go purchase it.
Right. Like a plane ticket to Salt Lake City. Is
that
that
what
what you
you
want
want,
for your
Rachel?
birthday?
Sure. Someone wants to send me a plane ticket to and from Salt Lake City with dates and times corresponding to the Super Carlin Brothers meetup, and also arrange some lodging for me. That'd be grand. Happy birthday to me.
I get it, though, because it's like, I see where you're coming from, because it's like, obviously I can't afford it, so I don't want to ask for it for my birthday, because I don't want to ask for anything beyond my own means.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if it was within my means, I would just
See,
get
if you
it.
just ask for money, then you get to make a decision by yourself.
But then I don't feel like people really care. But also money.
Yeah, money is just quantified quality time. Because people have to work for their money.
So what?
So it's saying those, like if I were to give you $100 and say I made, I don't, but say I made like $10 an hour, it'd be like, I'm giving you 10 hours of work that I already did.
Okay. Here's the thing. If you aren't my grandparents, please don't, or like my aunts or my family, please don't just give me money. I feel really awkward about it. Unless it's like a gift card to a specific place. Especially clothing stores. I just feel really, really awkward, like accepting money from people. Hey, Sky.
This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
That's been Katrina.
And I've been Tyler.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Toodles.